Hello friends, today I am going to start my new video which is on the new series which is on NCERT chapters, and this is chapter 2 of class 6 NCERT book. So this time I am going to read the chapter 2 components of food, but there is a clutch because this chapter is very long. It is of 11 pages, or I should say 10 pages. So I think we can finish it in one video, but if it takes 2 videos then it would be better, because last time my video was of 20 minutes and it is too long for you all to watch continuously. So I will release this video in 2 parts, and this is the first part of it. So let's start chapter 2, components of food. In first chapter we made lists of food items that we eat. We also identified food items eaten in different parts of India and marked these on its map. So this is the summary of all the exercises, or the major ones, which we have done in chapter 1 of this book. A meal consists of chapatis, dal and brinjal curry. Another may be rice, sambar and vegetable preparation of ladyfinger, bhindi, which is said bhindi in Hindi. Yet another meal could be appam, fish curry and vegetables. So there are infinite possibilities of different meals. You can make new meals, you can make different combinations of different food items to make a new meal, etc. So yes, the fun part that I hate, the activities, are here. Our meals usually have at least one item made of some kind of grain. Other items could be a dal or a dish of meat and vegetables. It can also include items like curd, buttermilk and pickles. Some examples of meals from different regions are given in table 2.1 depicted on the map in chapter 1. Add some more meals to this list and enter these in table 2.1. Sometimes we may not really have all these variety in our meal. If we are traveling, we may eat whatever is available on the way. Like if there is a veg restaurant, you will eat only veg food, and if there is your favorite ice cream, you can eat your ice cream. It may not be possible for some of us to eat such a variety of items most of the time. There must be some reason though why meals usually consist of such a distribution. Do you think that our body needs different kinds of food for some special purpose? What do different food items contain? We know that each dish is usually made up of one or more ingredients, which we get from plants or animals. These ingredients can contain some components that are needed by our body. So this is table 2.1. You can see it and take a screenshot or just complete it in your book. These components are called nutrients. The major nutrients in our food are named carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. In addition, food contains dietary fibers and water, which are also needed by our body. So these nutrients are very important to us. If we would be deficient in one nutrient, then it would be impossible for us to survive. So that's why it is important to eat all the food of different nutrients, because if we eat only protein rich food, then we get only protein but not other substances, other nutrients. They would be deficient in our body. So yeah, we will be in big trouble. Do all foods contain all these nutrients? With some simple methods, we can test whether cooked food or a raw ingredient contains one or more of these nutrients. So let's answer some of these questions. So this question, do all foods contain all these nutrients? So the answer is no, because some special type of nutrients are present only some food items. Like proteins can be found in eggs, but in eggs, vitamin A, I think, cannot be found because it is a protein rich food. so vitamin A cannot be found in it. So for some foods there are only some nutrients available in them, and for some foods there are multiple nutrients available in them. Proteins and fats are simpler to do as compared to the tests for other nutrients. Let us do these tests and record all our observations in table 2.2. For carrying out these tests, you will need solutions of iodine, copper, sulfate, and caustic soda. You will also need a few test tubes and a dropper. Try these tests on cooked food items as well as raw materials. Table 2.2 shows you a way to record the observation from these tests. Some food items are given in this table. You can conduct the tests either with these or any other available food items. Do these tests carefully and do not try to eat or taste any chemicals. So, in this test, we need some chemicals like caustic soda, copper sulfate. So, never ever try to eat and taste these substances because they are very harmful for your body. As you can see in this activity what they can do to this potato. If the required solution are not available in ready-made form, your teacher can prepare them as given in the box. So this is the box that the teacher can prepare. As the student should not do this as it is very dangerous and we can be careless, and I am also a student right now, so I will advise to not to do this because it can be very dangerous for our hands. Let us begin by testing different food items to see if they contain carbohydrates. There are many types of carbohydrates. The main carbohydrates found in a food are in the form of starch and sugars. We can easily test if a food item contains starch. So the potato is commonly known for its carbohydrates and energy. So I also like potatoes because they are very energetic and tasty. So for this is the starch test, and it is a very simple test. We can do it easily. Just be careful to not spill these on your hands, and wear some protective gloves or things on your hand to protect if your hand is spoiled by this iodine, caustic soda, or copper sulfate. It can be harmful. Activity 2. Test for starch. So this is the test for the starch. Take a small quantity of a food item or a raw ingredient. Put 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution on it. Observe if there is any change in the color of the food item. Did it turn blue-black? So if we have to do this, we have to take a food item. I would recommend to take 2 items. One can be a potato and other the item which you wish, other than the item which is rich in carbohydrates. So for this you have to follow these steps. Just cut the item and just put 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution. You can find this in your school laboratory. So after this wait for some time, a second or a minute. Okay, so after this the potato, the portion on which the drop is dropped, it would turn blue-black. So these questions are just useless. It just tells us blue-black. It turns blue-black. A blue-black color indicates that it contains starch. Repeat this test with other food items to find out which of these contains starch. Enter all your observations in table 2.2. So this is table 2.2. You can fill. It is also infinitely expandable, and some things are just given. So now we'll do the test for protein. Take a small quantity of a food item or for testing. If the food you want to test is a solid, you will first need to make a paste of it or a powder it. Grind or mash a small quantity of the food item. Put some of this in the clean test tube. Add 10 drops of water to it and shake the test tube well. Now using a dropper, add 2 drops of solution of copper sulfate and 10 drops of solution of caustic soda to the test tube in figure 2.2. Shake. So this is told how to do this. I don't know why NCERT makes these pictures if they can't make it correct, as this man's eyes are not looking very good. Not looking good. Shake well and let the test tube stand for a few minutes, like a 5 to 10 minutes. What do you see? Did the content of the test tube turn violet? A violet color indicates the presence of proteins in the food item. Now you can repeat this test with two other food items. So, for protein, it is also told that if the mixture of that food item that you mixed, that solid one that you made a solution of, it turns violet in color, that is purple in simple language, it indicates that it has proteins in it. And you can fill protein in this column and starch in this, which is commonly known as carbohydrate. Starch is equal to carbohydrate. And now you will be wondering, where is fat? So yes, we will be studying it on the next page. Test for fats. Take a small quantity of a food item, wrap it in a piece of paper and crush it. Take care that the paper does not tear. Now straighten the paper and observe it carefully. Does it have any oily patch? Hold the paper against light. Are you able to see the light faintly through this patch? So you first have to take a paper. Tissue paper is most recommended, and then I can recommend you to take some oily foodstuffs, like you can take papad and just put it in the tissue paper. Make sure that you don't tear the tissue paper in this process. You have to just smash the papad on the tissue paper without tearing it. And to do this clearly, just fold the tissue paper on the papad piece and then just crush it with your hand. This would prevent mostly your hand from getting oiled. An oily patch on the paper shows that the food item contains fat. The food item may sometimes contain a little water. Therefore, you have to rub an item on paper. Let the paper dry for a while. If there were any water that may have come from food, it would have dried up after some time. So after this, you would see that an oily patch on the paper is made. So sometimes the water can also be present in the food item. So to remove this, just smash the food item in the paper and just keep it in the sunlight. The oil does not evaporate as fast as water does. All the water would evaporate and the oil will be left. So you can see that this item contains fat, because oil is a fatty substance. What do these tests show? Are fats, proteins and starch present in all the food items that you tested? Does a food item contain more than one nutrient? Do you find any food item that does not contain these nutrients? So let's answer these. What do these tests show? So this test shows that the food item contains fat, and some food item contain protein, some contain carbohydrate. You can also try to do tests on the same food item and check whether it contains both three of these substances. And are these fats and protein and starch present in all the food items that you tested? Yes, that's what I said now. Does a food item contain more than one nutrient? Yes, because if we can see, sometimes finger fries are made out of potatoes. They are carbohydrate rich, which is starch, and they can also be oily because they are fried in oil. So this means that it contains fat and carbohydrate both. So yes, this is the answer of this question. We tested 4 items for 3 nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins and fats. There are also other nutrients and like vitamins and minerals that are present in different food items. Why do we need all these nutrients? So we'll read this in this section. But as you all know, this video is still like 10 more minutes long. So I will just stop it here at page number 11, and I hope you enjoy my video. So please like the video, and this time I will not do any question of the day, because I am thinking to do these questions of the day as some short videos like YouTube shorts. So they would be separate from this video. So I hope you like this video, and so please subscribe my channel and also share it, and it would uh, give me more likes and views. Last time when I uploaded the first chapter, you all guys liked it, so and it got 76 views till now, and it is a very big thing for me because this is the most of the highest numbers that I have got. So thank you